Hi Denise, my name is Joshua Keener and I'm the head of the Humanities Department at AIS. My question is, what do you now know that you wish you'd known when you started leading schools?
Hi Joshua, thank you for your question. I think number one would be that leadership is a marathon, not a sprint. I took over my first job as head of junior school when I was 29 years old. And now my older self would tell my younger self to sit down with somebody who's really wise, somebody who's been doing the job for at least 7 to 10 years, and talk to them at length about their journey and their experience. And I've done that since taking on other roles, other principalship roles, where I've sat with a principal who's been in the job for a long time. And I found that really, really helpful. You're always learning. And, it's great reading leadership books, but there's no 10 easy steps to leading a school. And there's nothing like sitting down with somebody who's learned and wise and has been there and done that. The second thing I think is you need courage to transform schools, but I would never do that alone. You need to know that if you're going to do something that's courageous in terms of leadership, that the person who sponsors you, i.e. your board chair or your principal if you're head of a department, is actually in the boat with you, sailing in the same direction. Because when you hit those stormy seas, you need to know that you're going to sail through and reach the shore. And I would go so far as to say, if you are not sponsored for that courageous transformation, don't do it. Find another project. Or if you need to, find another place to be courageous where you're going to have the sponsor who sits alongside you. And the third thing sounds a bit more light-hearted, but take your leave. Looking back on it now, time is really precious and you don't get time back again. Once you've used it up, it's gone. And leadership can be all-consuming. And you need to be in a reflective state to lead successfully rather than a reactive state. I've been very guilty in my career of running too fast and going too quickly. And I've really learned that it's important to take your leave, to go on holiday, to refresh, to recharge, to have a digital detox, and to come back with a fresh perspective, because there's nothing like perspective. And also you're modelling to your staff the importance of them also taking their leave and having time to reflect and read and be human and be present. And I think this year has taught us that more than ever. I could talk a lot more about things I've learned, but I hope that's useful for now. Thank you for listening.